Hello there, Cancer. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your May career and money tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. And I really do appreciate all of your support of my channel. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have here? Hummingbird spirit. Be here now. All right, so Cancer, this is the energy, and I think you've had this recently. This is the energy of, flitting from one flower to another, trying to find the nectar here, and then some nectar here, and some nectar here. And so the hummingbird spirit is about, it's kind of like Cancer. You need to be focused. You need to focus on one flower. So sometimes this energy comes out because this is your career and money reading, that, you could be trying a lot of different avenues in order to bring in the money, the abundance that you're looking for, or the happiness, the joy that you're looking for. It's trying a lot of different strategies, and yet nothing is really providing you enough nectar to sustain you. So it's this energy of, flitting around. A little bit, I'm getting a little bit out of frustration or maybe a little bit of desperation, trying to find the answer to your question, whatever your question is. What is my soul's purpose? Am I on the right path? You might be shifting jobs a lot, or positions within your company, or if you have a business, you might be trying a lot of different marketing campaigns or something like that. And it's like, it's not that nothing is bringing in any abundance or a little bit, because you're gaining a little bit of nectar from every single flower, but it's kind of like you're having trouble really finding something that brings you enough joy and abundance that you want to stay with it. So let's take a look at your Moonology card. It's as if you can't find true happiness in your career and money sector. So let's try to get to the root of that. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Okay, so the message that I'm getting is there's something about having to step out of, okay, it's like stepping out of the garden that you're in. And like you're a hummingbird in one yard, okay, or one little garden, and you're going from flower to flower. But I feel like you have to move. The hummingbird has to go to a different garden. It's like you're trying all the flowers in the garden that you're in, and you can't find the answer. It's because the flower that you're looking for is not in the vicinity where you are. It's like making a major life change. And I feel like this kind of a little bit scares you. And okay, the message I'm also getting is you may feel like, well, I don't know, I'm getting some nectar. It's kind of like, Mary Sue, I'm getting some nectar, so maybe I am on the right path. But there's something bigger, bolder, needing, more courage to go bigger, to really and truly find that nectar of your life, something that sustains you, that doesn't just keep you happy for a little bit, something that truly sustains you, in your heart, down deep. Really interesting energy, because I feel like this is a little bit different than some of the energy that you've had lately. A leg up. Yeah, I feel like the universe is bringing something in. A leg up is always like the Page of Pentacles to me. It can be an Ace of Pentacles, like a gift from the universe that allows you to go in a different direction. So it could be a little bit of a financial windfall, right? That allows you to go into a completely different garden, going back to the hummingbird, right? So it's kind of like enough money that allows you to go and try something totally different, totally out of your comfort zone. I'm really getting a sense about trying something outside of your comfort zone. And you know, it's interesting because with the hummingbird spirit, I don't get that you're not trying a lot of different things, you know? You could, you know, once again, trying different jobs or career paths, you know, taking different classes, having different hobbies, trying to find the thing. It's like you're looking for your true bliss. And it's like, I can't find my bliss. I can't find my bliss. It's because your bliss, down deep inside, we all know what our bliss is. And I feel as if you're thinking, my bliss is in this garden, but it's somewhere else. It probably requires a big change in your life. So you're trying to stay in the same garden so that you don't have to make a lot of different choices. And Cancer, you're very, you know, home and hearth minded, right? Family is very important to you. So you may be concerned, I'll have to move away from my family, or I'll have to uproot my family and they'll have to move with me. You know, you may have young children that are in school and you're kind of like, well, I don't want to uproot their schooling. But let's see where this is going, because I feel like there's a really strong message here. So let's take a look at your present energy, spiritual strength. Yeah, this is the 9 of Wands energy. You know, the wounded warrior, going from flower to flower, trying to find your happiness, and still you can't find it. It's kind of, I get the sense like you're on the edge of it. You know, have you ever been searching for something that you misplaced, like your keys or your glasses or shoes or something? And it's kind of like you have in your mind, okay, the last time I saw them, they were on the kitchen counter, you know, and you keep going back to the kitchen counter and keep looking and moving things in the area where you think that they were. And then you might go, oh, okay, they're not here. And you go somewhere else. And then you're like, no, I think they're really on the kitchen counter. And you go back, you keep going back to something. I feel like you're going back to something because you feel like it's at least in the vicinity of what it is that you want to do. But this has been a long trek. You know, it's really interesting. I think Scorpio had... Scorpio did. It's as if you've been searching for like 9 months, 9 years, you know, because it's the number 9. It's like you've been searching for a very long time, and yet it's like you're on the brink of it, and yet you feel so far away. The 9 of Wands is about having perseverance. You know, it's the wounded warrior. You've been through a lot of obstacles, and yet you still keep going. You still stand up and go for more, because I really feel like your soul is calling you, you know, to go in this direction. So what's your obstacle? Yeah, finding success in what it is that's going to make you happy. And once again, it's that sense that it's right around the corner. I really have that, you know, that feeling where you're really looking for something or for someone. You know, have you ever, you know, got separated from somebody like in a big crowd, like at a festival or a concert or something, and you're kind of like, okay, you know, I'll find them. I just got to keep looking. You know, it's that sense of searching. I have this strong sense of searching. So let's take a look at your strength in this situation. What is your strength? Movement, choices, decisions. You know, this is the energy, you know, of the 2 of Swords, you know, the 2 of Pentacles, needing to make choices. But you know, what I'm drawn to is that there's all of these choices, all of these different options, right? All of these different doors. This energy of not almost, this is your strength. So it's almost like you're looking at all of the options, right? You're like the hummingbird in the garden that is looking at all of the flowers. It's just like, okay. And I feel as if there's part of you that may be a little bit overwhelmed. And yet at the same time, I think you're getting good. You try a new option, right? You try a new flower and then you're like, okay, tried it, move on. Oh, okay, tried it. Nope, move on. It's almost as if you have this list, of different occupations you might want to try or different campaigns that you might want to try. You have this list and you're just going through and you're crossing them off. It's as if you're eliminating, you're eliminating the things that you don't want. You're not sure what you want. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to start eliminating all of the things that I don't want, which is actually a good strategy. It really and truly is. So let's take a look at what your soul lesson is at this time. What are you working on right now? Solar plexus. Yeah, so this is your energy of who you are at the core. What are your values? And this is kind of like your weakness, what it is that you want to create, what it is you want as your legacy, what it is that you stand for. Part of your problem right now, is that you're on this journey of trying to find out what it is that you want. And so, part of the message that I'm getting here is you may feel, or you may have people in your life that are kind of like Cancer. You tried this, you said no. You tried that, you said no. You tried that, you said no. You tried that, you said no. And you could have people in your life that are kind of like, okay, it's time to choose, It's kind of like I even said, at the very beginning. It's like focus on one thing. But I get a sense that this is actually part of your journey. And that, if there's part of you that is kind of like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Why can't I settle down and focus on one thing? There's this sense of, I think there's people in your life and you're kind of like, I know, but I got a plan. I'm first going to go to this store. I'm going to try that. And if that doesn't work, then I'll go to the next store. And then if that doesn't work, it's like you almost have a plan in your head. You're like the hummingbird that sees all the flowers and says, okay, I'm going to start here and I'm going to go right down the road. I'm going to try them all and see which one I like the best. And what I'm getting is that this is part of trying to figure out what your core values are. Like a lot of us kind of know in a way what it is. Some people are very drawn to, have gut reactions. Let's put it that way. Have gut reactions as to what it is that they will and will not tolerate in their life. And I feel like you're being maybe very open at this time, looking at all of the possibilities. And part of it is because I feel like you're transforming who you truly are, your core values. You're taking a look at maybe things that you have done in the past. And, part of it could be even in your personal life, not necessarily just your career or money sector. It's looking at the things that you've done, the different doors that you've tried, the different avenues, the different experiences, the relationships that you've had. And all of it is in order to help bring you into more clarity about who you are and who you're becoming. So even though you may be frustrated at this time, and remember I said I have that sense of searching, that sense of, kind of like desperation, trying different things desperately in order to try to find the answer that you're searching for. The message I'm getting here is that, yes, at this moment, you don't have perhaps the clarity about what it is that you want to create in this world or what your soul's purpose is. But some of what you're going through right now is helping you to eliminate the things that are not on your path. I feel like there's going to be this big almost shake up in your life where you are, You are saying, you know, okay, it's time for a new chapter in my life. I'm ready. I've gone through this very long time, and once again, it could be like 9 years. I've gone through this a long time. I've tried all of these different things, and now I'm ready to choose and to start a new chapter, because I get the sense that you may be releasing some people, some situations in your life that no longer are going to be in alignment because of who you are, because you're finally, it's almost like you're coming into a sense of who you truly are. Really kind of, oh yeah, temperance advice, your advice, and that popped. Yeah, needing patience and temperance, but I'm going to say I'm also hearing compassion, and not necessarily, I mean, we always want to have patience and compassion with the people around us, but I feel like there's almost like this need to be compassionate to yourself, understanding that there's something new growing inside of you. It's interesting. You see how this person is holding a seed in their hand, in their palm, and it's grown into a flower. It's as if this is a long journey, but you're getting ready to blossom. You know, you're getting ready to understand exactly what you're here to do. So Cancer, if you have been searching for a very long time, I think this message is really to allow yourself to be compassionate with yourself. Give yourself the time. You know, don't allow the people around you to rush you into this decision, because I feel like this is a long process. This could be a process that takes up, you know, like I already said, 9 years. But it's funny, when I said that, I heard 9 decades too. And then I filtered that because I was like, well, that would be somebody that's at least 90 years old. You know, and you don't start really searching until you're a teen. But maybe I was getting that message because this is almost like your life's journey, like your entire life. You may be somewhat searching, you know, changing, you know, from one career to the next in order to gain experiences, understanding, adventures that will help you not only in this life, but also in future lifetimes. Really interesting energy. You know, it's a little bit of, you know, a very mutable type of energy, a chameleon of changing, of, I'm getting the word warping, you know, warping into different people, and really at your core, at your true core. So let's see what the outcome is. Memories of love. Choosing wisely. Yeah. I do feel like you're choosing wisely. Okay, so the 6 of Cups is the end, and we're going to clarify these. But the 6 of Cups is coming back around. To me, I'm getting the message that you're going to go. It's really the hero's journey. You're going out. You're trying all of these different adventures, if you will, slaying a lot of different dragons to figure out who you really are, to build your strength and your courage to come into this. And then, you know, you'll have this moment where you finally find what I think you are seeking. You know, it's going to take a lot of patience and perseverance. And it's going to come back around. I feel like you're really and truly going to have something. You know, look at how this person has this candle in their hands, in the palm of their hands, like cradling it very carefully. I'm getting this sense that when you kind of finish out this chapter in your life, you're going to have a special light. We all have light. Your light is going to be, you know, I mean, like when I look at this candle, it seems brighter than the others. Like you're going to be able to offer a special light, of a special healing light to others because you have been on this very long journey. You're going to have a greater understanding of, relationships. You may even go through spells where, you sell like all of your possessions except for a handful of things. You go through that spell, and then you go through a spell where you want a lot of things. It's almost as if you're trying out all of the possible options that life has to give. And it's kind of like when you're done, you're going to have this very special wisdom that you can share with others, which is the end of the hero's journey, right? Where we come back around to the beginning and we share our wisdom and knowledge with others. So let's see what we have here. Wow, Page of Wands, being very inspired. Okay, so this is your strength. Taking a look at different options and choosing. There's a sense of celebrating your choices, of understanding that your choices are helping to make you a stronger leader. Really interesting, because this is your strength. And, it is like, I feel like you're really almost like proud of the fact that you are able to choose and then choose again, right? Which is the perfect soul journey. You choose, and if it doesn't work out, that's okay. You choose again. It's as if you don't mind choosing, and then if it doesn't work out, choosing again. You're actually almost celebrating every time you make a different choice. What a positive message. I mean, it really is. So let's see what your Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so what you're having to learn on this journey, part of you finding out who it is that you are and what you're here to create, is learning how to love yourself. Really interesting energy, because you have the Lovers over here. This is Gemini energy, but in the old tarot, in the traditional tarot, it also stands for choices, making choices that are good for you, right? And then over here, you're learning how to love yourself, about I'm almost getting a sense of choosing again, of putting it back out to the universe. And it's so interesting because I'm getting the same message with both. One is your strength and the other one is your soul's lesson. So I'm kind of like, okay, how can you have your strength and your weakness be the same? And I feel like that is your spiritual message. I think that is why that this is spiritual strength is as your core, right? Because it's this energy of realizing that what some people may feel is your weakness is actually also your strength. The ability to change and change again, because a lot of times when people make a lot of changes in their life, we think of that as, oh, you can't make up your mind, you can't commit, that whole scenario. But your whole journey here is about changing, having a lot of different options, and trying like all of the different options. Really interesting. Yeah, because it's kind of like, that is, that's such an interesting thought, to think that your weakness is also, your strength. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Wanting to build that lifetime legacy. There is something about that, creating something new, finding the truth about what you are supposed to create. You are on a journey. You're on a journey of discovery, a journey of discovery. And understanding that that journey is actually your strength. And I feel like it may, at times, come into play with family and friends. See, I feel like Cancer, you're almost like, one of the signs that it would be very difficult to have this type of energy because you are very much connected to your family, very emotionally attached to family. So I feel like it's kind of interesting that because this is almost an energy of not committing, of trying everything. It's like a kid in a candy store that goes in and says, I want to try all the candy, right? Or one of those ice cream stores where they have like 100 different flavors. And you want a taste of all of them. You don't even want a whole ice cream cone of just one flavor. You just want one of those little spoons, a taste of all the ice creams. And it's kind of interesting because, part of this is that I feel like you're gaining this knowledge that is really going to help you. And, I want to say like almost the second half, the second half, like the rebirth, like you're almost going to have a complete second life within this lifetime. But it's kind of like this energy of finally settling down. Because the Empress is that energy of settling down and understanding why you had to do this search. Discovering who you are and then being willing to settle down. And I would say for some of you, this is probably a difficult path if you are, in a committed relationship, right? Unless you had a partner, that was also... because to me, this is very much Gemini energy. You do have Gemini here. This is very much Gemini, where Gemini is, kind of adventurous, tries new things, so it's kind of interesting for me to see this come up for you, Cancer. Okay, yes, you are manifesting exactly what it is that you want. And until you get it, you're not going to be happy, and you're going to keep looking, keep searching. You want to, in the end, when you really embrace your truth, and part of your truth could be, my truth is that I love trying different things, creating different things. That the reason I am here is because I am creative and I can continue to rebirth myself, to bring to the world different, new and different things. And then coming back almost to the beginning. But it's like you're bringing in all of this adventure. There's like this true sense, I want adventure in my life. And through that adventure, you're actually doing a lot of soul healing at a very deep level, which is this, right? I mean, you're just, that solar plexus chakra, healing that completely. Okay, I haven't done this with the other zodiac signs, but I'm going to do this and just pull 3 cards for, some like overall advice here. Strength, King of Cups, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, taking action, communicating. You may need to communicate to the people in your life, like, that this is part of who you are. There's not anything wrong with you, that you're searching. Having the strength to continue to find your emotional happiness and joy and bliss, right? Because look at this, you have the 10 of Cups. You are going to find it, Cancer. You're still on a sense of discovery, a journey of discovery, of finding what it is, but you are going to find it. The truth is coming in, and you have the Ace of Swords twice. This is victory in truth, finding your truth. of your soul's purpose, of why you're here. I think there is something about looking back at all of the choices that you've made, you know, coming back around and understanding how every choice you have made has brought something new to you. You have gained a little nectar along the way from every single choice that you've made. Even if in the end you felt like it wasn't the right choice, it still was a good choice because it brought you something that in the end will provide that Ten of Cups energy for you. Really, really interesting reading. And it is kind of interesting. Gemini has had a lot of like soul searching type of energy in their readings too. So if you have Gemini in your, and you know, the Magician is Gemini. So if you have Gemini in your chart, you may want to check out that reading too. Okay, so your soul truth card says, what if it isn't true? The thing you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reasons why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if it wasn't true? It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you. What if it isn't true? What else might be possible? Yeah, what lie do I need to let go of to reach my soul's truth? And I feel, you know, that soul's truth keeps coming up in this, right? And this is your soul's truth, you know. This is finding victory in finding the answer that you to the question you have been asking your entire life. What is my purpose? Why am I here? And I feel like for some of you, you're not yet finding that answer, which is maybe not what you want to hear. But this is a message to let you know you're on the right path of discovery. You know, sometimes when we're on a path of discovery, and some people in our life might be trying to hurry us along, right? You know, that can be really frustrating for you. So it's about understanding this is part of my journey. You know, every job I take is giving me a little bit more wisdom. And I'm getting closer and closer. Allowing yourself the compassion to know that every choice that you're making is helping you to get closer and closer to the truth. It's just that you're not there. They're giving me the game. It's like a children's game, hot, cold, you know, so like you might hide something in a room and, you know, somebody's outside of the room and then they come into the room and, you know, the object is hidden. Okay. So, you know, I don't know, maybe it's a shoe and it's hidden in a room or in an area. And then as they move in the room, if they move closer towards the object, you know, you say hot. And if they're moving farther from the object, you say cold. I feel like it's almost as if you're playing that game and the universe is kind of giving you those messages. Like I feel like that could be part of why, you know, you're flitting from one flower to the next. Like you're tasting the nectar and then it's kind of like you hear hot or cold. You know, so if you change your mind really quickly, listening to your intuition, that could be that the universe is saying, no, this isn't the way. Go to the next flower. Okay, hot, you know, warmer, getting warmer, getting warmer. Because you're moving closer to your truth. So not to worry. Focus. I focus my logical mind to stay smart, effective, to make smart, effective business decisions. Okay, I kind of like this because I feel like, you know, I kind of actually said that at the beginning, didn't I? Something about don't flit too much. And I think there is something to that. Don't make change just to make change. You know, like don't create change in your life just to create some change. You know, that's almost kind of like being, you know, addicted to drama in your life. If you're just making changes to make changes, if you're making changes in order to get closer to your truth, then that's a good thing. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, balance. Difference is a necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life is compromised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light. Both aren't necessary. And I think it is kind of interesting because I was saying that your strength and like your weakness or the lesson that you're working on are very similar, right? And I feel like I was kind of like, how can that be? But I think that that's what this message is saying, is that in those moments where you're kind of like questioning yourself about why you can't discover what your truth is, that's also the moments where you are getting closer to your truth. Really interesting message, Cancer. I do personal readings, so if you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. But I do wish you lots of love and light as you're going through this. And remember, to be compassionate and patient with yourself as you're going through this time. You are going to discover your truth. And I don't think it's that far down the path. But I feel like May is just another month of kind of self-discovery, of just trying new things and listening to your intuition. How does that feel in your heart space when you try a new thing, whatever that is? A new hobby, a new campaign, a new business, a new, whatever you're trying to change in your life. You are getting hotter. So that's good news. All right, I'm leaving it there. I do wish you much love and light, Cancer, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.